community activist, life member of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, dedicated member of the St. John Progressive Missionary Baptist Church, a community crime watch committee all by herself. Her life to the betterment of her community. On any day of the week, you can find this 5-foot-high, tenacious, straight-talking, no-nonsense dynamo of a woman calling somebody, meeting with somebody, or visiting somebody about some issue in the community. And talk about the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Baby, let me tell you, I got it from a reliable source that she has frequently corresponded with council people, commissioners, mayors, governors, congressmen. Honey. And she has even gotten a personal response from President Barack Obama himself. See, let me tell you something. She specializes in the discounted, the forgotten, the counted out. If you're sick or you're hungry, you got a friend in Queen Miller. Yes. If you're without a job and you're really looking, you got a friend in Queen Miller. And she answers the age-old question, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am my brother's keeper. For these and many, many more unspoken reasons, I'd like to ask Miss Queen Miller, please stand up and join me on the front porch, Miss Miller. Don't she look pretty? The light goes over here, not over here. Now let me tell you something. If you want to know anything about what's going on in this community, child, you better get you a Florida Sentinel book. You hear me? Now you can go over there to Nosy Miss Smith and you can get a little bit of that gossip. But child, if you want some news you can use, get you a Sentinel. That's what the old folks call it, a Sentinel. You know, I was reading in the Sentinel the other week. It said that that library up there at College Hill, they renamed that library to the C. Blythe Andrew Jr. Library, right? Now, of course, you do know it was the Andrews family that started the Florida Sentinel Bulletin in the first place, right? Back in them days, in 1919, they was in Jacksonville. Then, I don't know what happened, but after the Great Depression and all that commotion, they ended up in St. Petersburg over there off of Central Avenue. It wasn't until 1962, after the name changed, they don't merge two newspapers together, they changed the name because it was called the Florida Bulletin at first. When they moved over to 22nd and 21st, they were now called the Florida Sentinel Bulletin. And honey, I'm telling you, we know you can get news just about anywhere these days, right? Daggone it, these contraptions, you can even read the news off your telephone if you really want to. But honey, let me tell you something about that Sentinel. The Sentinel is written by us, for us, with issues that are important to us. So honey, if you want to know what's going on, let me tell you. Now just listen. Now, that red light violation grace period has expired. Okay, listen to me now. Just listen to me. The red light violation grace period has expired. So if you go up there on Hill and you're going to get a consolation prize in the mail. In the form of a ticket. Now ask me how I know that. I read it in the Sentinel. Little Justin Wise, he goes to Trinity School for Children, made the principals on the roll and perfect attendance. Now how I know that? I read it in the Sentinel. Okay. Now Governor Scott, he has proposed it in his new budget that he want to bump up the budget for the education. But daggone it, here we go. Now it's going to cost me no more to get my garbage picked up. How I know it? How I know it? How I know about that? I read it in the Sentinel. Oh, Lord, forgive me. God bless the dead. Old man Henry Jenkins died on Tuesday. They're going to have his wake on Friday at Wilson. Okay? But the funeral is going to be Saturday at 11. For decades, the Florida Sentinel Bulletin has inspired us with examples and stories of success. It has challenged us to be better and to do better in its commentaries, while the whole time informing us and entertaining us on the local and international news. Let me tell you, honey, the Florida Sentinel Bulletin is our community jewel. You hear me? Yes, it is. And so I'm just so happy and so pleased to take this opportunity right now to call Miss Kay Andrews, the publisher of the Florida Sentinel Bulletin, and say, Miss Kay Andrews, please join me on the front porch. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, I present to you the 2012 Tampa Police Department Community Unsung Heroes.